begs for his love and refuses to accept his declaration that he no longer loves her. She then threatens to harm herself by slitting her wrist with a knife she pulls from her hood. As he tries to stop her, she stabs him, causing him to collapse on the floor, bleeding profusely. His girlfriend kneels beside him, crying, and Grace strikes her on the head, rendering her unconscious. In the next scene, the cab driver complains about not receiving payment from the man for the ride and decides to return to the passenger's house. Upon entering, he witnesses Grace dragging the bodies of her victims. As he attempts to record her, she knocks him unconscious. He wakes up, finding himself tied to a chair in a room. He pleads for his life and panics when Grace points a gun at his head. The scene fades out with the sound of a gunshot. In the subsequent scene, Mrs. Williams is being interrogated by a female detective, who accuses her of murdering her husband based on the evidence. Mrs. Williams pleads her innocence and insists that Grace, her husband's ex-girlfriend, committed the murder. However, the detective is skeptical, as the security cameras were disabled, and only Mrs. Williams had the access to do so. In the following